Alright, this is the low hit, so let's grab the low hit stun time. And this is the ground pound. Alright, so that looks good. Okay, so that'll be the force and the duration. Now we need the immunity. I think that's in somewhere in this dude. There's like on stun or something. I mean, we can just go to net hit by player, ball hit by player. No, that's not what we want. It's like on entity struck, get actor, blah, on struck. So next stun time, so this is back on the player logic object on the stun function. So if our level time is less than or equal to next stunnable, let's see, where is next stunnable is going to be next stun time plus this, and we're going to multiply next stun time by GM underscore player stun immunity. Yeah. There's not much immunity right now. There's 0.1 seconds of immunity. That is like literally nothing. Don't worry, you can get hit 10 times per second. Alright, so we have must crawl. So let's see, where is crouch? Alright, so it looks like if we throw this right in here, we'll set it to always wanting to crawl. So that'll get us out of here. Alright. So if we have to crouch, then we can never dash. But we can do everything else. What about jumping? I guess we can't ever hold that left bumper pretty much. So what we need to do is go to our, what is it, directional movement or whatever the hell, sprint ability? Okay, so if can dash is false. Yeah, okay, if can dash is true. Wait, no. Okay, so we'll do that. Let's put an and here. GM must crawl. And let's not it. Alright, so we can't sprint. It'll let us do everything else, but we can't sprint. So, and like, we're going to be as if we were always trying to crouch. We'll see if that works. Alright, so we got run speed. Let's see, where is run speed set? It's probably in our directional ability stuff. Directional movement, movement velocity. Get movement data, sprint velocity, movement velocity, everything else. Actual movement velocity multiplied by the axis value. I guess we need to multiply another thing here, which is going to be GM get run speed. That's going to be pretty insane. Alright, attack speed is going to be another thing here, so we'll go to our abilities. And we're going to get our durations here set. Alright, so that'll be ground pound. We're going to want our low hit ability. Alright. Alright, so that'll do our low hit. Let's get our high hit. And our defendability. I mean, attack speed is instant, but it'll be basically how fast you can do another attack or whatever. So it will actually change your attack speed, but it's not necessarily what people might think of as attack speed. Okay, so team indicators and ball indicators and everything else is different. Let's see, instant ball reset. It's going to be on the arena level. Alright, so instant ball reset, if it's false, it's going to go here, otherwise it's going to go right. Alright, so yeah, that'll do it, where we will just instantly spawn the ball. That'll do 1 frame, I guess. On ball reset start, server send times. Yeah, this isn't the best thing, is it? So I guess we need like an OR here. As well. So I'll go up there, and then we need that or to actually use that variable, and then we will actually spawn the ball immediately. Alright, continuously spawned balls is going to be another thing. So we need a last ball spawned time. Alright, so we will set this over here. And we want to do, like, what? Get level time? Alright, so if the balls is less than this, then we'll spawn. Otherwise, we're looking for the ball spawn time. So if this is false, then we want to check if GM continuously spawn balls is true. And if that is true, what we want to do is get the real level time. And we want to see if get real level time F is, let's do GM continuously spawn balls timer. I want to add this together. No. Yeah, so this plus it's the ball timer plus the last ball spawn time, and we want to know if this time is less than this. And if that's true, then we're gonna go up to there. Alright, so some more things. So that's the ball reset, and reset players on score would be something that we could also do. So the arena level, let's see. Score goal, client and server. Score goal, server. Client server, do score. So this is on the arena level. So create the score effect, do stuff, and whatever. Alright, so what we'll do is on score for the server, we do GM reset player on score. If this is true, then we're going to run this client reset player spawn. It'll be a little jarring, but whatever. So that'll reset our players. Interesting. So on critical update for the game mode, do we have that getting set in our player controller? We do. We need begin play and end play for the AI. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that. Alright, that should do it for that. Alright, so AI always hard. Let's get that hooked up. Alright, so the parent is the bot AI group. So update, get team, set state by name. If we are in hard mode, let's see. Enter easy mode. Okay, so we just don't want to call these things. Alright, so if the AI are always hard, wait, no. So it's basically if we're in hard mode, yeah, so we want to do it right here. Alright, and so if always hard is true, let's just do a return node here, and GM AI never hard should be another thing here that we branch off of. That always sets the anger meter to 0. So if this is true, we're going to set anger meter to 0. So we'll always go back to easy mode. Okay, so that should set that up properly. Alright, so now we want the update easy mode. Needs to basically say if always hard is true, then we just go for that, otherwise we do GM AI never hard. We will, if that is true, then we're going to set the anger meter to 0. And I guess return. Otherwise, we will do that whole calculation. Alright, AI never attacks. So I think we choose to attack in the idle state. Is that correct? Yeah, so if never attack is true, I guess we want to do GM players can hit other team is something that we'll have to check, and GM AI never attack. Alright, so if this is false, then we go to score. If this is true here, go to score. Otherwise, we'll go to this whole thing. Alright, so that'll be our AI attacking properly. Alright, AI anger multiplier. Okay, so we need to multiply. Alright, that's for scoring. And on hit other player, anger for hit other player. That's not an issue. On struck, so violence, anger for hit. So we're going to want to do that as well here. Alright, so that's when we're hit, that's when somebody scores. Alright, so that should be fine. Alright, let's see. Crouch hides name, hit switches team. Player runs into wall. Alright, that's something I can easily do. So it's in the logic object, in the event graph, for handling collisions. Alright, so player runs into wall. Alright, then we want our jump modifier. Alright, so that works. Alright, so that's that jump. Now we need, is there any other jump? Like, jump there, jump here. Well, let's just right click and find references. Yeah, didn't really get much, did it? I think those are the only two places we called jump. Okay, that's jump modifier, and then we want the ball bounce modifier. I'm not sure how to do that. Because our ball bounciness is kind of an issue. Alright, well, let's close down the game. Make sure we got everything saved. Ball bounce modifier. I need to think about that. I mean, that's going to be the... we'll see. I'll have to see if there's something on the actual ball that I can even set for that. Reason undeclared. Yes, we have no reason. We must acquire one. So let's work on that ball bounce modifier. If there's something in the actual ball that I can set, because what I think right now is it's got the ball bounce stuff depends on both the material that you hit and the thing that hits the material. And by material I mean physics material. And some of those can override everything and like use less or use multiply or use more. So the ball bounce might not always be as reliable as I want it to be. It might be better than nothing. So let me pop this open and see what's even on here for the bounciness, if we can do anything about it. So we have a ball material. the ball material itself has a restitution combine mode. Yeah, we can't really do a direct ball bounce modifier. We could do like bouncy ball or something like that. Alright. So we'll have to... So we'll do like extra ball bounce and less ball bounce. And I'll generate that code. And I'll throw that in there, and kind of in the construction or whatever the hell for the ball, we'll set the overrides. And we also need to make 2 more ball materials then, don't we? Not the nicest solution, that's for sure. What are some other things? The like has team indicators, has ball indicators, has all that crap. Yeah. We got everything else, like ball scale and everything. Oh, I need to go to my game mode data, and I need to add, it's not game mode data, it's game play utils, isn't it? So this one's not going to exist anymore, so it's going to be extra ball bounce and less ball bounce. And it's going to be extra ball bounce, less ball bounce. This is going to be get bool from string for these 2. I need to add these things to my game mode list, don't I? Where is that? Yeah, here we go. Ball bounce modifier. We need extra ball bounce and less ball bounce. I'm glad I have all this stuff set up for autogen and for compile time checking, because that would be stuff that I would miss. 1 hour forest. All forest, all the time. Every map takes fucking forever. I should just jump in and start punching people. Just score once and leave. So we gotta rebuild all the things. Alright, so GM ball bounce modifier is... what? Unresolved function in... that's going to be inside of the game mode? No, not the gameplay details. It's going to be inside the generated gameplay constants? No. Game mode data? Why? Why? Just jump in and score 1 goal? That's it? Why are you mad? I mean, you shouldn't have made it a publicly available game if you didn't want randoms coming in and ruining your night. So why is this unresolved GM ball bounce modifier referenced in function game mode data exec ball bounce modifier. I don't understand why this is being upset. There's another random. Let's see how it is. Yeah, there's nothing in here, so I don't know why I'm getting that linker error. It's got to be something with incremental builds, getting a little upset about something. So I guess maybe Visual Studio didn't figure out that this header file has changed and that I needed to rebuild the generated code for it. Yeah, you probably didn't see it earlier, Adam, but I had to like go outside and fix my fence because part of it fell over in the wind today. It's not a very good fence. But there's one part of the fence that like I never fixed because it was like, this is good enough. And the previous owner, it's like this thing where there's like, you know, the fence that goes along the property line and then the thing that goes to the house, which is just like 5 feet wide. And it doesn't have like a post that actually goes into the ground. It just sits there because it's a piece of crap. And this thing is still fucked up. It's still saying ball bounce modifier. It doesn't exist though. Alright, let's see. This is compiling gameplayutils.cpp. So if I can tell that guy to recompile himself, it might fix the linker error. Just return a mention. Yeah. Well, the previous owner figured out that, you know, he didn't have to fix the fence. He just strung a bungee cord between like the fence and the nearest post, and it just like holds it there. So of course it's a little bit windy tonight, and that bungee cord broke because it's been there for like 2 or 3 years. So I had to go out there, and you know the wind's blowing and it's dark, and I don't have like a good flashlight because I was too lazy. And you know, like looking at, you know, because I went outside because I heard a noise because, you know, it sounded like a fence falling over, which sounds like boom. So Gameplay Utils is still fucking looking for GM underscore ball bounce modifier. It doesn't exist. Yeah, it doesn't exist. Son of a bitch. So yeah, the bungee cords broke, and I fixed it with more bungee cords because that's what I wanted to do. I don't want to do a full build, but that is looking like I might have to or something like that. Okay, AI controller CPP is the one that's having trouble linking, so let's try to get that to rebuild itself. Incremental build fixes can be kind of tedious. You just gotta keep poking at it. Otherwise, you got to do a full rebuild, and it's like 40 minutes for me. Yeah, the fence is actually a pretty cool piece of technology out in the yard that I put together. Basically, when I moved in, parts of the fence were complete garbage, and by parts of it, I mean a lot of it was just trash. But there were two fences. There was like a dog run area that had like one fence, and then like 3 feet, and then like the actual property line fence. So what I did is I ripped apart the dog run fence because I don't have a dog, so kind of worthless, and it was a piece of shit. Like it took half the yard away from the yard for no goddamn reason at all, except for like if you had a dog that you hated and you never wanted to see it. So I took apart this middle fence thing and then put all those boards on the outer fence to fix all the screwed up boards. And I even used the exact same nails that were on that, just like pry it out of the ground. And I used the 4x4s in the ground to do the outer fence. So I literally spent $0 on the outer fence because I made it out of the inner fence. And my parents were just like, "Are you fucking real?" I'm there just like prying nails out of boards, and like the nails aren't even fucking straight. I'm just like hammering them into the fence that's on the outside. My dad calls it the people's fence. I think it's an apt description for it. This is bouncy ball. Put it at 0.9. And the not bouncy ball, we'll put it at 0.25. And then we need to go to the ball. So swap out our physics material on it.